My brother is cool. He's cooler than your brother. My brother is cool. Much cooler than your brother. He's so cool. He's so cool.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast, Laser.
It's all happening. I've set up. So here's the problem.
Okay.
I've set up I have 3 monitors, and 2 of them have cameras.
Okay.
And the one that I've set up for the greatest background is my work camera.
Yeah.
But you're okay. You know that I have art over here.
I know you're full of art.
And the thing that people are saying about me is that I'm full of art. People are talking. So what's this podcast, Aubrey?
Okay. Laser.
Yeah.
Everyone's asking, what's this podcast? Let's talk to you like you're here. My brother is cool. I'd
frankly rather you not talk to me like I'm here.
Okay, never mind. He's not here. We're going to talk to him like he's not here.
Listen, I will be here and I'll be talking back to you.
Yeah.
But let's just pretend and you're talking to me, but not like I'm here. You know what I mean?
No, I'm going to talk to you like you're not here.
Like I'm not here. Okay.
My name is Aubrey Turner, and I have a brother. He is younger than me. He lives in LA. He's super fucking cool. He produces shows. He writes shows. He writes music. He has a really fucking cool job. And we're swearing on this podcast now.
Okay, great.
And,
I've learned a little bit so far. We swear. Good.
For grown-ups, for the grown-ups. It's for the grown-ups. Anyway, everyone who knows my brother loves him because he's fucking cool. Mm-hmm. And then also, everyone who doesn't know him also is like, wow, your brother's really cool. I'm like, yes, I know this. Every time I tell anyone else about my brother. And then they just have more questions about him. And I was like, you know what would make a great podcast? Is a podcast about my brother, who is cool. So I would like now to welcome the most important member of this podcast to the podcast.
Amazing.
You've heard him talking back to me the entire time. And everyone, I have gotten the number one guest for the My Brother is Cool podcast.
Wow.
He's here with us today. Please welcome to the podcast, Suzy Webber. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for being here.
This is cool because it's kind of like those podcasts. It's like Dead Eyes, where they spent the whole podcast trying to get Tom Hanks on it, but
yes.
you have me on the first episode. So
I'm so excited.
Where do we go from here? You know, you just win early.
This is a podcast about a lot of things.
We win. It's about winning.
It's about winning. It's about mortality. It's about how are we doing all these things? And I have so many questions. What are we doing?
What are we even? How are we doing it?
How are we doing it?
Mm-hmm.
So how does this podcast find you this morning? It is Sunday morning. I have spent a good half an hour getting this ready because I was not prepared.
But you did it, and we're here.
I did do it, and now we're here.
And Riverside, we used to, when we did our podcast.
Yes.
We would talk on the phone.
Yes.
And record into GarageBand.
I think we did, yes. And then I would edit it if I could, in Pro Tools. So these days, the technology has improved. Yes.
When you and I were famous, we had to work
together
so much harder to do
anything.
We
work so hard.
We had to walk uphill both ways. We had to use multiple softwares.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have automatic noise cancellation, although you probably won't use that because you're too fancy. But I
have the echo cancellation on here. It's
you couldn't just do stuff.
Right?
Back in my day, you couldn't just do something.
Yeah, the hardest part about this was I had to log in about 5 times, but then it's working now. And immediately it just started working.
Right. Well, you also used to be able to pay for software only one time.
You didn't have to get a subscription.
You didn't have to get a... Do you remember, Aubrey, and let me know when the podcast is starting. But when we stayed at
You
that
have
fancy,
specifically been welcome to this podcast.
okay, great. Remember when we stayed at that fancy house owned by the man? I guess who sold the subscription process to Adobe. Do you remember this?
Was he related to someone we know?
Yeah, he was not
Yes.
related, but he was a friend of
Oh, okay.
a friend of our friend, and we were in San Francisco,
Yes.
in this really nice San Francisco
It was a very nice house.
brownstone, and he had made his. I guess he had a software guy, but he had sold the concept of exploiting artists to Adobe. I'm sure he's not inherently evil, but I think about that all the time. Of like, damn, I
Yeah.
bet there are some like artists that I could sell that address to. You know what I mean? And not going to.
I know.
Everybody's doing their best.
We're all trying so hard out here. That person's not a billionaire. They just bought a house.
I bet they're a billionaire.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, no. I bet they're a millionaire. Billion is so much.
Billion is so much more. Oh my gosh. I was just listening to Besties this morning because my brother keeps asking me if I'm playing Pocopia. Pocopia is the name of the game.
I keep asking you.
And
I asked you and I asked your boyfriend.
You asked me and you asked my boyfriend.
Each one time.
Anyway, it got back to me that you asked my boyfriend, I guess.
Well, then, there you go.
Anyway, on the podcast, Griffin realizes that Warren Buffett has like $150 billion. And Justin's like, you just realizing this is very... It's great. Anyway.
Wait, what? It's like 1% of people own 99% of the money. What? That's so funny. So speaking of money and Pocopia, the other day I ordered a Switch 2.
Amazing.
And then I canceled it and paid a credit card payment.
Good for you.
And then I told my friend that, and she had just done the exact same thing. It's like, listen, thank God you can cancel things. Because when you come to your senses and you go, I owe money.
Yeah.
I don't have money.
It's so true.
So real.
Anyway, I will have questions for you. That's the other part of this podcast, is that people want to know. People want to know about Laser. They want to know, what's he like? What does he do? What makes up a Laser? How does a Laser become a Laser? What is a man who is a Laser? Actually, I have a question.
What is a man? What has he got if not himself? Go ahead.
Yes. I think people are really going to enjoy this. I also taken archery class. And of course, this is just a podcast, so I can talk about myself and how cool I am as well. Secretly. It's not so secret. I just told you.
That's why I'm here. And Aubrey, you're not here. Let me just talk for a second. Okay. But I think Aubrey's very cool. Aubrey has this, goes to archery class with a telepresence robot and a bunch of gay people. And they get little Sherwood Forest hats and stuff. Like, it's a very good life that I kind of wish that I had also. So I think that we're just pretending. I'm just pretending that I'm okay with the premise of this podcast, so I get to hang out with Aubrey, and that's what's happening. Okay, Aubrey, you can come back.
Thank you for being on this podcast, Laser. Yes, I'm so excited that I get to talk to you. Here, I have a first question for you, and it's from your mother.
Your mom, Dan?
Your mom, Dan. Both are the same mother we both have. Her name is Suzy Webber, and she wants to know, how are you so wonderful?
How am I so wonderful?
Yes. We both saw the same Lexi Grace Instagram post, which Lexi was talking about. Somebody told her that your brain wants to answer any question you pose it. So just ask it really good questions.
Oh, that's really good.
And so instead of asking like, why am I like this? And what is this? I can't believe I messed this up. Why am I so stupid? You should ask it. How am I so wonderful? Why am everybody likes being my friend? And it's like, how did I get?
Why am everybody like being my friend?
That's what I usually say to myself.
Why am everybody like being my friend? And this is what I've been saying.
Listen, Laser, why everybody like being your friend? Why you got
Do
such
you
great
watch
hair?
the Artists on Artists, Art on Artists, on Artists podcast?
Every once in a while. Laser, are you possibly a producer on that podcast?
I am, but the thing I think you would like about it is, well, everything, but
It's amazing.
the whole basically how that the alchemy of that comedy podcast is they start with a kind of funny premise, and then every time somebody misspeaks, that becomes true. And so then by the end it's really, really wild. It just like has spiraled. And there was like a very good example of this where Kylie was playing somebody who never misspeaks, and so every time she said something slightly wrong, oh, it was like snap crackle and pop, but she said snap crackle and like bomb or something, and so
Mm-hmm.
then she had to
She had to justify it.
justify just saying things wrong the whole. It was amazing, and it's just I think that's what it's very funny, and you can't like teach that that's what improv is, but it's just like
So
listening
brilliant.
so closely so that the audience hears somebody say snack instead of snap.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you mention it, they're like, oh my God, they just pointed out a thing we were all thinking, but they said it. Um, how am I so wonderful? I have been thinking a little bit about all of the people I work with that I just love and that are, it's interesting. I've recently become a manager, a person who manages people at three of the businesses that I work for. And you have to find people who work hard and find solutions. And I mean, there's stuff everybody deserves a living wage and living and all this, but there is like the kind of person who is so nice to work with when you're doing like a startup-y entrepreneurial thing like I'm doing, which is the person who's like excited about what they're doing and wants to try to solve problems and also just cares about doing things in not only like a efficient way, but like, or maybe even not an efficient, but like a way that is good for human beings.
Mm.
And I don't know. And I think probably what makes you that way is trauma.
I'm, I'm this way because of you, Mom.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I don't know that it's mom necessarily. Like, I think that, listen, there's a lot of stuff, but like, I think the things that, I mean, I definitely have messages in my head, because of the religion and the guilt and the stuff that were messages that I wouldn't not say directly came from,
Sure.
our mother, but of like are you doing something good? What did you do for Christ this year? A question we were asked and went around a circle. Do you remember that in Las Vegas, in a Las Vegas hotel room? Our grandmother asked us, "Okay, everybody, go around the circle and say one thing you did for Christ this year."
Because that was Christmas.
Because it was Christmas, and
And it's Christ's birthday. What did
it's
you do for?
what did you do
Christ?
for him? I definitely remember. I think this is a helpful thing, and I don't think this is a traumatic thing, but I do think it is a thing that lit a fire under me, which is I remember Dad saying, there's always going to be somebody who's better than you or more talented than you, so you just have to work harder. And that's what Dad and I are about.
That definitely sounds like Dad's MO.
Yeah, and it's, but I also think that there is nobody who's better at being me than me. And that's been nice
Absolutely.
recently. I also feel like in this town, I have made a conscious decision to be happy. And I live in Los Angeles where almost nobody makes that decision. There are a couple like really revealing moments to me. One was when my skinniest friend decided she was going to lose weight for her wedding, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll never be happy with my body, so I should probably just be happy with my body." And then I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think I had the thought, I bet Anna Kendrick is jealous of somebody. And then I was like, okay, so I could choose to be not jealous, and then I would just be happy the way I am. And that's what I've done. And it doesn't keep me from like striving and wanting more stuff, but it does keep me going like, okay, well, I can't sit around thinking about the things I don't have. I can think about what I can do with the stuff I do have. And like when we do like this, the Joy Who Live festival, the Trans Theater Festival, like I am giving people not the opportunity to be on television, and I am not giving people the opportunities that maybe they came to LA telling their friends they were going to have, but I'll give them opportunities that I've figured out how to have, and they're going to either like that or not, which is just like, here's some independent theater. Here's some, here's, I'll save you $5,000 on a theater and promotion and audience and filming. And then you'll have a thing at the end of that you can do something with, and you can climb to another level, or just be proud that your art exists and people can see it if they want to. And I think the thing I'm probably proudest of is like being able to be happy. That being said, I'm also extremely medicated, not very in touch with my emotions. So, but
I would say you're
the Lord giveth, the
you're
Lord
the happiest I've ever seen you. So you're doing something right.
Well, I'm also just so thankful to be alive. But
I love that too. I'm thankful you're alive, Blazer.
See, that's the trans thing of it all. Of like, oh wait, I don't feel like I was necessarily like alive until I transitioned and realized who I was, and like I was like, oh, and now I'm like, oh, this is so much better because I get to just be the person I want. And if other people don't like that, I just don't care, because I like it.
Yeah.
So fuck off. We're allowed to curse on this podcast.
We're allowed to curse on this podcast, and if you don't like it, I'm gonna come burn your house down. So,
and she'll know that you don't like it.
She
can hear you through the podcast. She can
hear
your feelings.
Out. So give us 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, or I will find you. Everyone
say stuff, Aubrey. I'm just gonna say stuff on this podcast because I don't. I'm not gonna remember later. I was thinking we could, to save money, just upload this on one of our old podcast feeds, so we don't have to pay additional money, because I'm already paying to keep those up for some reason.
Oh, okay.
So then you can, but we can change the name of it. They do it a lot. Scott Ackerman does it sometimes, so I think it's fine.
You're the best. Thank you so much.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking about just changing my Instagram profile to just be this podcast. So all of a sudden, this podcast, everybody would know about it. Anyway, so if you're here because all of a sudden you had a podcast in your Instagram feed, welcome. It's because you were following me.
I had a memory the other day, and I'm sorry, I know you have questions, but
no,
I used to, because I was looking through the old Doubleclicks, so the Doubleclicks are banned when we were famous.
Yeah.
Instagram and stuff, because that used to be my only social media, was just the Doubleclicks, and I didn't have an identity, and I would always be like, maybe someday.
Yep.
And now I do. It's great.
So glad. I love that.
I loved being the Doubleclicks, but that was
you
awesome.
You were great at it. You were so amazing.
And we're gonna do more. We want to come up. I found an Airbnb in your neighborhood, so I think Maddox and Tony and I are gonna come up sometime this summer and do a Doubleclick show in Portland.
Oh shit! I have a really awesome drummer if you are interested. Anyway.
Are they gay?
She's so gay.
Great.
No, I'll tell you about her later. She's got a degree in percussion. She also plays guitar.
Does she know what 4 on the floor is?
Baby, does she ever? We're great without a drummer. Everybody,
drumming. Sometimes it stresses me out. The more people are in a band, especially me, I kind of.
I understand. I wouldn't recommend her unless I thought you would really like her, and I think you will.
Okay.
But you also don't have to, because it's your show and you can do whatever you want with it, and I'm excited. This is my show, obviously.
Okay, well, you did start by saying this is your show to me on the phone this morning.
Oh,
and I was like,
true.
No, sure isn't. I'm doing this as an exercise for me and being part of something I'm not in charge of.
That's true. You're not in charge of this. This is
which is actually really hard for me. So because I'm I love to control things. All right, what's your next question?
No way. I was gonna sort of save questions because I want this to sort of be a short format.
Oh, great. Podcast. So that's it?
So that's basically this week's episode. Yeah.
Amazing. I love that.
Yeah. because I'm thinking short, so we can do it without being stressed out as much as possible.
I love that.
It's a short conversation with my brother. We're just checking in. Is there anything, Laser, you would like to promote that's coming up? Where do you want people to find you?
Well, I want to know what you're doing with if you're not playing Pokopia.
Okay.
Because wait, did we even finish that conversation about Poco? Oh, it was about billionaires. Okay,
It was really about billionaires. Yeah.
Are you playing any games?
I am playing a dice game on my phone.
Oh, the Dice Forge.
Yes.
Okay, I found that on my phone because you recommended it to me.
Yeah.
I've
play
been
it so much.
okay. I haven't started it.
You
yet.
don't have to. It's just I've literally unlocked everything on Dice Forge.
There is a certain kind of game I love, and they just don't make enough of them anymore. Back in our day, Aubrey,
Back in our day,
you could just buy a game and play it.
Yep.
And that was great, and it was a good game. But they don't do that anymore. But I'll try Dice Forge. And okay, great. We finally got my Switch hooked up to my TV. So I guess the main thing I want to promote is I'd like my friends to come over and play Mario Kart.
Okay.
What else? I'm not gonna buy a Switch 2 to play Pokopia until I pay off my credit cards. Oh, you know what people should do? They should donate $20,000 to Joy Who Lived.
Great.
Because we still have a budgetary shortfall, and I'm not stressed out about it because of all the medication I'm on, but it would be nice if that didn't all go on my credit card like last year's. So it would be, he said fiscally unwisely. No, it's going to be fine. But we have the Joy Who Lived Trans Theater Festival. It actually we start tech rehearsals today as the crow flies.
Oh.
The things that cost money on that festival are paying for the venue and paying for streaming. We have really, really good cameras and such. Really nice trans theater experience film crew. And then also, like, we are paying for security this year, getting people who are trained in help, but do not call the police because it's currently legal to arrest trans people and send them to ICE. In addition to how it has always been legal to do that to Black and brown people. So it's expensive to put on theater, but it's also so good. I started a thread on Blue Sky because I remember that Blue Sky exists every 3 months, where it was like, tell me your favorite show, and I'll tell you what show to watch at the festival. And there's so many good ones. There's so many good ones, and there's so many just wonderful, incredible people that everybody's going to like. So joywholive.com. Give me $20,000 and come see a show.
Brilliant. joywholive.com. Everybody go to joywholive.com, and then you can find all the other places that you can find Laser. It'll be great.
And then you can find all the other places that
you just said you're on Blue Sky. I'm just saying.
Find. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, barely.
But if you wanted to find that list of the shows, it'll be
that's
great.
True.
But all the information is on Joy Who Lived.
All the information is on the task.
That's right. Thank you so much for joining me, Laser. And listeners, thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to have you along on this journey where we're going to just discover how it is to be a wonderful brother and a really cool guy. Keep it cool. We'll see you next time.
Bye. That's so fun, Aubrey.
My brother is cool. He's cooler than your brother. My brother is cool. Much cooler than your brother. He's so cool. He's so cool.